Lesson 5. How to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about story structure and author's word choice. Then read teacher's pets again. Use what you learned to understand it better. Story structure. Teacher's pets is about what happens when Miss Fry lets everyone bring a pet to class. Who are the characters? Where does the story take place? Think about how the beginning of the story tells the main story problem. Then think about how the problem is solved in the end. A story map can help you describe the characters, setting, and plot. Characters, setting, plot. Author's word choice. Sometimes an author repeats words, phrases, or events. This is called repetition. Repetition makes a story fun to read and easy to remember. In Teacher's Pets, there is a repetition event. Children keep bringing pets into class. The author also repeats words and phrases. Think about how repeated words and phrases in the story help you understand what happens. Your turn. Return to the essential question. Turn and talk. How is a school like a community? Discuss your ideas with a partner. Use text evidence from teacher's pets to explain. Ask a question if you don't understand your partner's ideas. Classroom conversation. Now talk about these questions with the class. 1. What happens at the beginning of the story that gives you a clue about how it will end? 2. Why does Miss Fry let the students keep their pets at school? How do you know? 3. What type of teacher do you think Miss Fry is? Use text evidence from the story to help you. Write about reading. Response. Reread page 166-167. Why does Miss Fry say that she is lucky after reading Roger's note? Write a few sentences to tell your opinion. Use text evidence from the words and pictures to give reasons for your answer. Writing tip. Make sure that each of your sentences has a subject and a predicate. Informational text. Journal. Informational text give facts about a topic. This is a pamphlet. A map is a drawing of a town, state, or other place. See Westburg by bus. Welcome to Westburg. The best way to see our town is on bus number 33. Get the bus in front of our welcome center. After you get on board, read this pamphlet. Just follow the numbers sprinkled on the map as you go. We are happy to share our wonderful town with you. 1. Welcome Center. Find the Welcome Center. It is bursting with pamphlets, maps, and books about Westburg. Library. The public library is on Blue Avenue. The children's room is a great place for books, computer games, and movies. 3. Rainbow Park. Cross Blue Avenue to get to the Westburg's largest park. People come here to play, walk, or have some quiet time. 4. School. Take the bridge across the Silver River. When you get on the other side, Cherry Elementary will be on your left. 5. Bike path. Have you noticed how the bike path follows the curves of the Silver River? What a great view! 6. Safety center. If you suddenly hear siren noises as you pass the safety center, a fire truck or ambulance may be whizzing by. Compare texts. Text to text. Make decisions. Discuss Miss Fry's classroom and the town of Westburg with a partner. Which place would you rather live if you were a pet? Why? Use the words and illustration in each selection to help you answer. Speak in complete sentences. Text to self. Write about the school. If you were a student in Miss Fry's class, what pet would you bring to school? Why? Write to explain your answer. Share your ideas with a partner. Text to world. Research an animal. Choose a pet from teachers' pets that you would like to know more about. Research how to care for that type of pet. Grammar. Singular and plural nouns. A singular noun names one person, animal, place, or thing. A plural noun names more than one person, animal, place, or thing. Add s to most nouns to name more than one. Sentence with singular nouns. The teacher talks loudly. This playground looks big. Sentence with plural nouns. The two teachers talk to their students. All playgrounds are fun. Try this. Work with a partner. Read the sentences aloud. Name the singular nouns and plural nouns. 2 crickets sat in a cage. My friend has 3 cats. Her bird ate some seeds. Our teacher loves pets. Edit your writing carefully. Make sure you have used the correct plural form for each noun that names more than one. Singular nouns. 1 frog, a bug. Plural nouns. 2 frogs, many bugs. Connect grammar to writing. When you edit your true story, be sure to write the correct form of all plural nouns. Narrative writing. Sentence fluency. When you write a true story, use time-ordered words and details that describe thoughts, feelings, and actions of the characters. Kevin drafted a story about the day he read a story to the class. Later, he added details to tell when things happened and how he felt. Revised draft. Last week, it was my turn for the author's chair. I chose my story about Uncle Lee and the spider. At first, I was nervous. I thought no one would like my story. Then, I felt ready. I practiced in front of my family. Writing process checklist. Revise. Does my story have a beginning, middle, and end? Does the beginning make the reader want to read more? Did I use time-ordered words to tell when things happened? Did I add details? Does the ending wrap things up? Final copy. My Day in the Author's Chair by Kevin Chen. Last week, it was my turn for the author's chair. I choose my story about Uncle Lee and the spider. At first, I was nervous. I thought no one would like my story. Then I practiced in front of my family. I felt ready. Finally, I read the story in class. I read the part about how Uncle Lee screamed. The class laughed. I was a big hit. Reading as a writer. What time order words does Kevin use? What details can you add to your story? I used details to tell about thoughts, feelings, and actions. Reading complex text. Read A Birthday Surprise and The King's Woods. As you read, stop and answer each question. Use the text evidence. A birthday surprise. Carlos' mom was baking a cake. It's for Mrs. Lopez's birthday, she said. She's 81 years old today. Carlos liked their neighbor, Mrs. Lopez. She had some trouble seeing, but it never slowed her down. He wanted to do something special for her to help celebrate her birthday. 1. What causes Carlos to want to do something special for Mrs. Lopez? Then he got an idea. He got a book and went next door. Surprise, Mrs. Lopez, he said. I'm going to read to you. I love to listen to you read, she said as she stepped out onto the porch. Carlos and Mrs. Lopez sat down, and Carlos began to read. He glanced up to notice that he had made Mrs. Lopez smile. That made it all worth it, Carlos thought. 2. What do you know about Carlos from reading the story? The King's Woods. Long ago, an old man lived deep in the King's Woods. He lived there happily, and no one bothered him. One day, the prince rode through the woods on his horse. He saw the old man and shouted, "Get out of the King's Woods! You don't belong here!" The man went to pack his things. He started to leave the woods to find a new home. Then he saw a sad sight. The prince's horse had fallen. The princess was injured. The old man ran to get help. 3. How is the old man different from the prince? When the prince was better, he called for the old man. The old man quickly came to the castle. "You saved my life," the prince said. "I was not very friendly to you before, and I'm sorry. You may have anything you want, and I will make sure you get it." The man didn't even have to think about it. "I wouldn't want to stay in the woods," he told the prince. The prince agreed to the man's wish and allowed him to stay as long as he pleased. He lived a happy and peaceful life, and no one bothered him again. 4. What events show that the prince is different at the beginning of the story than he is at the end?